I never thought I'd be the one telling a story like this, but here I am. It started on a night that felt like it would never end. The kind of night where everything seems wrong, even if you can't quite put your finger on why. There she was, sitting next to me in the passenger seat, her body cold and stiff. I knew she shouldn't be there, but somehow I still took her home. The road stretched on forever, a pale moon hanging over it, casting an eerie light that felt like it was mocking me. I kept glancing over at her, and for a second I thought I saw her hand move, reaching for the seatbelt like everything was normal. But then I remembered she was dead. She always had that look, the kind of beauty that turned heads. But now, under the pale moonlight, her face was a mask, skin pale, almost like it had been carved from stone. Her hair hung limp, and her eyes were lost in the shadows like something was trying to escape from them. Something was off, but I couldn't stop looking. I remember the shovel. I never imagined I'd be digging in my own backyard, dirt caking under my nails. Every scoop felt heavier, like I was digging my own grave too, but I had to do it. I couldn't live with the guilt of what happened. The fire comes back to me like it happened yesterday. The flames were fierce, burning everything in their path. The boys, they said it was an accident, a prank that went too far, but I knew better. I knew it wasn't an accident. Adeline crawled from that house, her dress burned to a crisp, her skin sizzling, and yet I still told myself it wasn't my fault. But the guilt, it never let up. I tightened my grip on the steering wheel, trying to focus on the road, but it was hard with her next to me. Her head turned, her lips curling into a sickening, empty smile. "Miss me?" she asked, her voice rasping like it was dragged through nightmares. I couldn't bring myself to smile back. Her gaze, it was too much to bear. Adeline Marcus died on Halloween, just a week before her 18th birthday. The boys said they didn't know she was in the house when they started that fire, but I never believed them. It wasn't an accident, it was a joke gone too far, a prank with consequences no one ever saw coming. The fire left nothing behind but ashes and memories. I remember the smoke thick and choking, the flames dancing behind the windows, but all I can remember are the flames. I can't escape it. Her image burned into my mind. I keep telling myself I couldn't stop it, but deep down I wonder if I'd been there, if I'd just said something, could it have been different? She'd still be alive, but I wasn't there, and now she's gone. I scrubbed the shower with everything I had, the water burning my skin, but it didn't make the dirt go away. It clung to me, the dirt, the guilt, the memory. Adeline's body, still lying on the couch, her head tilted in a way that was wrong, her eyes barely open, stared at me through the glass. She's just a ghost, I told myself, but even as I said it, I knew I was lying. She spoke, her voice soft, almost playful. "It's okay, you're just overreacting." But it wasn't okay, none of it was. The guilt I felt, it wasn't going anywhere. Ants. Everywhere, on the counter, in the sugar bowl, they kept coming, no matter how many times I tried to get rid of them. It was like they were multiplying faster than I could catch them, just like the guilt that kept eating at me. I sat at the counter, making myself a cup of tea like everything was normal, but it wasn't. I glanced at the couch. She was still there. "You're not really seeing me," she said. Her voice light, teasing even, like we were playing some kind of game. I tried to ignore her, tried to pretend none of it was real, but how could I? How could I forget? The last time I saw Adeline alive, we were sitting together in the back of a stranger's car, the music thumping in the background, the smell of alcohol thick in the air. "You're pretty," she said, handing me another drink, her words slurred. But I didn't stop her. I should have. But I didn't. I told her to stop, but not in a way that would have made a difference. I should have done more. I should have been there for her, but instead I just left. And by the time I realized what had happened, it was too late. Now, here she was again, but not the same. Her skin was cold, her body slumped like she was waiting for something, waiting for me. I sat beside her, unsure of what to do, unsure if there was anything left to fix. "Do you still care about me?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. I wanted to answer, but I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what was real anymore. I sat next to her, feeling the cold of her presence. She wasn't really here, I told myself. She was just a memory, a ghost, but that didn't matter because I couldn't let her go. Not really. And now, here I am, staring into those hollow eyes, knowing I'll never escape her. I wanted to forget, to bury her with my regrets, but she's still here, always here, lingering in my thoughts like the memory of a mistake I can never undo. I'll never be able to forget. I'll never be able to move on, and that's the truth, the only truth that matters now.